Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video we're going to be having a little bit of fun with the 6-star version of Havok. If you're not already familiar with this man, I want to show you why he is one of my favourite god tier champions to be released this year. We got so lucky getting this man as a 6-star out of a Cavalier Crystal, boys. I was proper chuffed. But Havok, he really just is one of the kings of Special 3 in this game, and the burst on this man, it's so fun, and it's so useful in so many scenarios. Like, a lot of people say that Havok on paper, he doesn't really seem like he's going to be like that great, but once you start playing around with a champion and bring him into different modes of gameplay, such as Variant Act 6 Alliance War, that's when you really start to realize the value that this champion has with his utility and all the ways that you can play him. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a pretty good video today, man, but we'll see how it turns out. But I want to go straight for that Iron Man Infinity War over to the right-hand side and see if we can have a good little matchup hit there. We also have this Masochism Carnage to get through first, and this one can be a little bit of an annoying fight. As long as we get to one Special 3, man, we should be good. Got the heavy up there, all the debuffs as well interact very nicely with the Despair Mastery, and this is another like massive pro of Havok. Especially on Awakened, it's very easy to kind of manage those stacks of plasma. You can get some massive mitigation on really any source of healing. As long as you've got, I think it's like 7 debuffs up, it like fully blocks out any healing. So yeah, I think we got the full block out there. I think that should be enough to end this match now. Let's have a little bit of a look. 44% left. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be enough. Oh, that's plenty, mate. Yeah, miles of overkill there, boys, because you have all the Special 3 damage, and then you also have the what is it? The detonation damage as well. So that was great. That was really good for a first level matchup. But let's keep on moving forward. What do we got next? Iron Man Infinity War. Oh, beefy lad, man. Look at that. Almost 9,000 attack points there. But let's see what we can do to tackle this man. I think this is quite a good matchup as well, because his medium attacks are energy based. So I think you gain like additional plasma charges. Yeah, when he's hitting into you. So you don't need to go for a special 1 in this matchup. Just go straight to a special 3. We do want to try and get a heavy attack off at some point. Or a couple of heavies as soon as we got 10 plus charges. We can start dealing some additional damage. Also block those if you want a bit more damage output as well. Alright, there we go. Heavy counter again. I think we'll hold it just for a minute. I should have maybe gone for 1 then. Let's just go for it. 65%. Is it going to be enough? Or have we been too ambitious? Or detonation might do it. Hey! There we go, boys. That's the power of Havok right there, man. Even the class disadvantage, this man is still swinging, boys. Absolutely swinging. So yeah, that was a great matchup against Iron Man. I am beyond chuffed with that. That was a really good little fight there. Let's go for the Symbiote Supreme matchup next. Immune to bleed, immune to poison, but nobody's immune to plasma, so that's a great time. See what we can do. I want Symbiote Supreme, because all of his, friggin' attacks or energy damage is going to give us a ridiculous amount of plasma, eh? Okay, I need to be a little bit quicker if I want to throw a heavy attack. Havok's heavy isn't the fastest in the game. It's not super slow either. I think as long as we get to a special 3, should be good. Should we go for a conversion there? A little bit of damage. Maybe I should have not used that last heavy, but we'll see how this one works out. A little bit less hit points. Oh, I don't think that's going to be quite enough. Yeah. Okay, if I just waited another round of combo, a few more hits, would have been just about enough, I reckon. Didn't want to dash back there to trigger Dex. And there we go, Symbiote Supreme is down. So not quite the buttery smooth kill that we would have hoped for, but 50 hits, you know, we still haven't had to use a health potion. Not doing too bad, not doing too bad at all. Let's move on to the Taskmaster matchup next and see what we can do here. We do have the class advantage in this one, so I think we could push for a bit of a quicker special 3. Kind of do miss Havok's awakened ability, because my 5-star one has been awakened, I think, for about 5 months now. So it feels a little bit weird playing him unawakened, because the awakened ability, more often than not, every time you gain a charge, it's going to give you 2 charges. Actually, I probably shouldn't have used that against Taskmaster, because he's only got a limit to the amount of debuffs that you can have. But yeah, maybe this ain't the best matchup here. We ain't going to be able to stun him in a second. I don't know if we got any stuns left now. Alright, let's dodge that. Special 2. I'm contemplating whether it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Might as well give it a try if we get all crits. Oh, yeah, not quite enough. Special 2 does hit hard, but it doesn't detonate the stacks on Taskmaster. There we go, nice little intercept. Sorted, boys. It would have definitely been quicker to end with a special 3 there. Majority of scenarios, special 3 is just the special attack to go for. I think the special 2 is really only worth using if you, what is it? Well, if you're in like a really long fight and you just want to keep the plasma at a fairly consistent level, I think that's really the only scenario to use the special 2. Because most of the time you just want to have that special 3 ready to just end the fight when you can. Right, let's use a shortened combo there. 3 combos all the way, boys. I think if we get to a special 3 in this fight. Right, we can 5 combo out of that one. Matchup, you could probably like purposely, if I had more hit points, you could probably purposely take an evade to get the shock to get your charges up and get like a load of plasma off that, because energy damage over time stuff, man, gives you a crazy amount. Right, I just want to wait for a few plasma stacks on this last. I think that should be enough. We got 10 on us. Wasp doesn't have like that many hit points. Yeah, that's going to be plenty, mate. Oh, sorted. Miles of overkill there. Could have gone a little bit sooner. 53 hits. Not bad at all, lads. Not bad at all. So now we've had a little bit of a warm-up in Variant 1. I want to jump into a bit of Variant 2, because Variant 2 is often known as the XL variant, but using Havok, you can spam heavy attacks and also use Special 3, and this can work out actually quite effectively. So we're going to go for a couple of matchups here, Mephisto and hopefully Mr. Sinister as well, because Havok also has a natural immunity to incinerate effects. So yeah, let's see what we can do against the Mephisto matchup. Just going to spam heavies here, hopefully proc Aura of Incineration, because you actually really want that to proc in this fight, so you can just convert it into essentially 3 stacks of plasma. Also block special 1s if you want. We have also added in the Wasp synergy now, so we gain additional stacks of plasma every time we parry. And if you don't have the Awakened ability, like, this is a really good synergy to have. If you have the Awakened ability, it can be a little bit overkill in some scenarios. Just want to try and get that plasma up a little bit more. But it's a lot of parrying, man. A lot of parrying. And other champions, you know, they can work maybe a little bit better than Havok for Variant 2. But the main point is this lad, you know, he can work, he can be a viable option to get these fights down, and sometimes that is all you need. Right, it's like that plasma damage. Look, it's just tearing through Mephisto now. So it seems like a little bit of a slow start there. If we go for detonation, that should kind of push him down to 30%, trigger the regeneration as well. So yeah, 28% there. Get the regeneration firing off. Almost, well, you wouldn't have been able to KO Mephisto just because of his, what is it, cheat death abilities. But it was close, boys. It was close. Come on, just need a little bit more of that sweet damage. There we go. That plasma debuff is just going to get him down. So yeah, just using heavy attacks and special 3, it is a viable strategy. 35 hits, a little bit longer in fight duration, but you know, sometimes you just need a chunky Mephisto killer, and if you have a 6-star version of Havok, 5-star rank 4, even a 4-star if you are a very talented player as well. Totally possible, man. Totally possible. But anyway, let's jump over to the Mr. Sinister matchup. I think this one should be interesting. See how it works out. Let's just go for some parries at the start. Generate some of those plasma charges. Right, one more, and then we'll start launching those heavies. Perfect. We should have got the plasma a little bit higher. I'm used to like the awakened ability, just stacking up plasma like crazy, because it has a chance to, what is it? Depending on the signature level, like give you an additional stack of plasma every time you get a stack of plasma, so it almost doubles the plasma game. Whereas the unawakened one is much easier to control and ramp up. But there we go. I think this is the kind of level we want to see at the moment. Right, this man's at 10, and let's go for one of these bad boys. 69%, oi oi. Where are we taking him down to, though? That's the question. Oh, that's going to be a good little detonation there, man. Yeah. Sweet. Whoa, just about managed to get the dodge on that one. Need to get my plasma up a little bit more. Maybe I should go for some parries. Yeah, that should be a good level now. Let's parry him. One more heavy. Could be plenty, boys. Sweet. Well, you see, you've seen it for yourselves, lads. Like, that's a variant, Mr. Sinister and also Mephisto just absolutely smoked there. Tremendous performance. So now that we've done a little bit of variant gameplay, let's jump into some Act 6 to test out Havok versus Havok. Because I don't think this is a mirror matchup that I've done in quite some time. I don't think I've ever done this matchup before with Havok. So I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. But we got Moon Knight standing in the way first, and then it's Havok. And then we might test him out on the shock path as well, if we still have a few hit points remaining, because I think that energy resistance is going to be quite good for mitigating the shock node, because Havok has some really high energy resistance. So we'll see how it turns out, but I think here it makes sense to go for a special 1, just so we can get our charges up a little bit quicker here, and start spamming in those heavy attacks. Maybe a medium heavy is ideally what we're looking to fire off. There we go. Please don't evade. Thank you. Come on, mate. Right, perfect. Looks like it is lining up well so far. think one more parry. Actually, one more parry. There we go. Should be plenty of damage. We got the perfect damage bonus as well. But if not, then we can go for a finishing combo. Or is it going to be enough? Yeah, with a detonation. Sword, mate, sword. How much was that total? I think that was about 85,000. Considering, you know, we haven't got Suicide Mastery's boost on. Not too bad, boys. And again, he's only rank 1, not rank 2. So there is even more power. And also, if you, like, have the Awakened ability, you can swap out Wasp for Captain America Infinity War. He synergizes quite well with Prowess. Because he adds like an additional 20% to Havok. So that's quite a nice little booster on Havok there. But let's go for Havok versus Havok here. So I think they're both immune to... Are they fully immune to each other's special attacks? I don't think it's special attacks. I think it's just Havok and Cyclops that are immune to special attacks. I don't want to, like, face tank it. But we'll test it out, man. We'll test it out momentarily. The plasma stacks are just going crazy. Can I heavy counter? Is that going to do anything? Oh, it gives him... Yeah, it did a little bit of damage. Oh, sweet. He actually takes damage from that. Well, that's good to know. It's been a while, boys, since I've done a Havok versus Havok matchup. Come on, mate. Special 2 out here. Hit him while he's coming down. Let's go for a special 3. I'm pretty sure he's not immune to special 3. It's only Cyclops, man, that has the glory of that. Fantastic immunity there, but that was still a good chunk of damage. Oh no! Messed up a little bit there, lads. We can get some of this health back via the adrenaline mechanic. But I need to be in a position where I can kill him with the adrenaline mechanic. Because else, I'm going to get ruined by the global node here. I've got special 3, so I'm going to take a massive back blast if he doesn't die. So how much was it? I think it was like just over 30% last time. So if we get him 25%, we should be good. Oh, my stacks are getting a little bit crazy. Right, we've got to go for it now. Come on, mate. All tactical play, boys. Get below 50%. More damage. Sorted. Straight in the bin there. So yeah, Havok versus Havok. It is a matchup that that can work. It's not super ideal because you're missing a fair bit of your damage output, but you know it can just about work now and again, which is sometimes exactly what you need. So I think what I want to check out here is whether or not Havok can work against the shock node. So I'm going to get him up like just above 50% and see if this works. This might just be a complete failure here. But yeah, we've got shock, which is going to deal 100% of our health over 30 seconds as shock damage. So does Havok have enough mitigation to survive this on 56% health? Well, I'm very curious to find out. And our health is going down quite quickly here. Ultron also isn't the best matchup because, as you can see, we are taking a lot of damage back as well. But he is mitigating this node somewhat, while also gaining a crazy amount of stacks. Might be able to survive it. Well, the numbers are official, boys. We survived the node. But can we survive Ultron? Not really a good matchup by any standard, this one. Especially due to the armor Can't detonate any plasma. As long as he's got this armor, let's go for a special 3. Should still hit quite hard though. Fingers crossed. Bloomin' evade, boys. Oh, man. Absolutely robbed. Well, no, that's so tragic. That was really, really close. Does he work for the shock nodes? Kind of. Is he the best option? Certainly not, boys. Certainly not. So I'm glad we've learned that fun fact about Havok today. I think one of the really cool things that became apparent in that matchup, though, is that he does have about like 50%, maybe a little bit over that in terms of the amount of energy resistance that his base does provide, which is great for all sorts of energy-based matchups as well. There's also one matchup in particular. We've got the Magic Invariant, which this man is really, really fun for. So we're going to jump into a little bit of Variant 1 again to end this video, because I just couldn't end it on that Ultron fight, man. Like, it was just, it's too heartbreaking right there, lads. So let's start off, let's get those parries in. Just wait until we can, you know, start building up power before we decide to go into Magic. Because we're going to be taking less damage, but we're still going to be taking damage, boys. So let's go for it now. Okay, we haven't got Limbo so far. That's good news. But when we do get Limbo, our stack's about to skyrocket. Because every time he's taking energy damage, just converting it into more damage. Go for those heavies. Oh, mate, tearing this magic apart. I think she is probably going to detonate herself there. Then we get those stacks up quite quickly again. I think that should be enough to finish her off. Sorted, mate, sorted. Well, that's the power of Havok, boys. He's a blasty man. He gets the job done, and sometimes that is all you need out of a champion. So if you did enjoy today's 6-star Havok gameplay video, please do me a massive favor and smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.